Hello everyone, this is Jim and welcome to episode 27 of our Minecraft Let's Play series. Hope you're keeping well and everything. Being busy, not getting bored, playing lots of Minecraft. I haven't been playing as much as I thought I would be lately. Been working on a little side project that you'll see more about soon enough in the next few episodes. Yeah. Anyway, I'll be all mysterious, and we'll leave that for later. Now, last time, we did a bit of stuff last time. We a few bits and pieces. We ended up getting some lily pads from a swamp, and I've put a few of them here in the little garden here. And I also replanted our chorus fruit because the shape we had wasn't looking very nice. But this one's looking very cool. It's got 5 of the big seeds on it. There, and it's grown all over the place. So it looks really nice, I think, in the middle of our garden. But today we're not working on a garden. Today we're going to build a little farm. And the farm that we're going to build is something we've been needing for a long time. Well, we need quite a few farms. Whoop. Uh-oh. That might have gone too far. Whoops. Oh. Ah, there we are. Okay, here we are, up in all our little block display area. Now we have a big gap up here. Carpet, wool. Yes, now I've got it here because I want to put them above the stained clay here and have the same colours above, but with the wool and carpet maybe on the floor here. So we're going to do a wool farm. Yes, a wool farm today. And I've been breeding and playing already. We got some sheep when we first started playing with the new boats. We were able to pick up a few sheep. And this is where we're going to put the new farm. Oh, and remember those skeleton horses that we had when we first moved to the snapshots? Well, they're still around. We've got that guy there, and I've got another guy in a boat over the other side somewhere. It looks like you can't tame any horse with the snapshots at the moment. There's a bug where you can't tame any horse. So I'm hoping when that's fixed that we can tame these guys. So we'll just leave him floating around there. Now down here, down here, we're going to turn down the sounds of the sheep because they're making a racket. Friendly. Even that. There we are, 7%. That'll do. So here's what our farm is going to basically look like. We're going to not use this one. This is basically a test. But basically you've got sheep going around like a little path, almost like an ant farm if you like. But they basically push each other along and they try and path find to a spot where they can move along and move out. So these carpets, they can't see the carpets, so they think there's a way out here. But when they reach this spot, they can't get past the carpets. They hit the ladder and they go up the ladder as they get pushed by all the other guys. So, and then once they're at the top row there, then they get pushed down into the water and the water pushes them along until they all start pushing. Now it's not perfect. As you can see, they've all sort of built up along here a bit. So I'm not too sure how well this is going to work. It's going to be a bit of an experiment. It should work, so we'll just have to wait and see. And then to get the wool, basically we can just stand here. We'll probably put some hoppers and things. Stand here with some shears and AFK for a while. And just hold down this and let them all walk past if I don't move, and then have the hoppers pick it up. Are you guys going to move? There we go, like that. And then they've moved backwards. Yeah, so hopefully they'll just keep moving around slowly and then regrow their wool, and then we can just AFK and get all the wool. So that's the plan. We're going to build it up on this wall here, somewhat bigger than that, I think. We'll see if we can make like a little ant farm thing with tubes and things, except instead of ants, we're going to have sheep. So, what do we need to do? Well, first of all, these vines are in the way. So we're going to do a little trick to stop these guys growing all the way down to start with. Oh dear. I just pause for a second and I get blown up by a creeper. I didn't put my armor back on, did I? After the intro. Oh dear. Oh. Oh man. So, yeah, I still can die. Even after all this time, things are still killing me. Now, am I going to reach the water if I jump down there? Maybe, maybe not. I'll get my stuff. Okay, so I've pillared up, and we want to keep the vines still growing down, but we don't want them to grow all the way. So we could break them all the way at the top, but what we'll do, we'll break these, and then you can put a piece of string just on the bottom of it. We get it underneath there like that, and then that string stops the vines growing all the way down. So I've used this trick before. There we are. So you don't see the string from all the way down there, so it just looks like the vines have stopped. So we'll put one maybe there, and then maybe there, sort of like that. Yeah, so that they're not even, we have a bit of a pattern. And we'll do the same with those vines over there. Ah, water, 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 water. What am I doing in the water? I've got wings on. I could have just flown. Oh, man. Yes, still getting used to the wings. Still getting used to them. Now, this was just a little test I did. I wanted to see if grass would grow through glass blocks if they were around the block. So if we move that grass block out of the way and just put a dirt block there, I was testing to see if grass would grow up onto that block through the bits of glass. And it does, which is good. I thought I might need it for this, but I don't know if I do. But and this one I was testing to see if grass grew on same sort of thing but with water there, and it doesn't. I didn't think that one would because we don't have grass all through here like that. Next up though, we need to put in a path on this wall. So basically we'll just take some lines of grass and maybe just try and figure out a path all the way through. Bit all over the place, I think. Although we've got to make sure that things get pushed and properly, and they can go up and down and continually loop around. So we'll make a pattern and see what it looks like. Okay, there's a rough outline. So basically the sheep will get pushed along here all the way up that ladder, across there, down there, round there, down there, around, down, around, down, around, and then back across again. That's the theory. So we'll have to see how well it works. We might have to put some water streams in and things. It's just hopefully there's enough grass for them to eat and regrow their wool by the time they do a complete loop. We sort of, and yeah, we don't want them to have sort of no wool if they've come around all the way around again. It's a bit of a waste really. But we might have to get a few things in place to keep them moving as well. We're going to have to just wing it a bit, play it by ear. So I need to put in some more carpets and things along the sides. As you can see, I've gone with the blue stained clay and the light blue stained clay, I think that is, and light blue glass. Yeah, so it's on the way. That's the general track. So I'll do a little bit more work, see what we can get. Okay, next update. Let's take a little bit of a walk through. Oh, look at that, we're in. And we're stuck. Oh no, here we go. Okay, so sheep will get pushed along here. They'll be aiming for the carpet here, but they can't get up the carpet, so they'll go up the ladder. We've got a fence behind them there to stop them falling out there, but to give a bit more room than just a block. So they go up the ladder, up, 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 and then they will get into the water and kind of get pushed up and across, hopefully. Looked like there might have been a bit of a gap there. Let's see, if we stand right here, oh, okay, there's a bit of a gap there, so we'll put some glass there and there, like that. Up we go. Interesting how we sort of don't get pushed across quite well there. We might have to come back and look at that. And then they'll walk along here. Hopefully they'll path find and try and find these guys here and just go bloop. And then we'll put another, whoop. Ooh, that was close. Didn't quite have that one ready. So then we'll put a sign there, just 2 blocks long. Get rid of that one. Oop. There, and then so put a water bucket like that, so they get pushed along a bit just away from the entrance, and to get them moving along here, and hopefully then they'll go, ooh, more carpet, let's go down this way and to here. then again a little bit more water just to push them along a bit. No more gaps there. Okay, walk along. Now grass all along the side there, each side there, so that when they eat the grass here, it'll grow back onto these blocks. And then down here, push along here and to there, like so. Again, we've got more grass pushed along to, missed a bit. Carpet. So they come towards the carpet and then splat. And then more water, like so. And again, walk along, carpet. Let's go to the carpet and down this guy. And a bit more water just to push him that little bit there. And then back around for the main loop. So that's the idea. Now, I think now we put the sheep in. I think I can do all the looks and things all around them. But if we get the sheep in and just see if we can get it working. Wait, step back. Before we put the sheep in, we better put some hoppers and a little AFK spot somewhere. So put some hoppers down somewhere that'll pick up the wool while we AFK. So a bit like this, I think. So that you can stand up here and snip away. Or hold down the button, you can snip, and the sheep will get pushed past and they'll fall into the hoppers here and eventually go into this chest. So we might just put some wool there. I think that'll be okay, hopefully. And just because of the size of the sheep and the hit boxes, they don't fit through this one high gap here. So that's why we can safely put some grass to grow across here. They won't actually fall through here. Baby sheep will, so you can't really breed sheep in here, but adult sheep will all just fit in there and not fall out as well. Alright, we need to get the sheep in there, so I made a little path. We just tested out, there's a sheep just walking around outside. I'm not sure how he got out. Maybe I've bred too many and he popped out the fence or something. So let's see if he'll follow us up the path here. Up, come on sheep. And if we just jump across the hole that we didn't jump across. Will you fall down the hole too, sheep? Come on, sheep. Oh, he's not falling down the hole. What are you doing there, sheep? We might have to temporarily remove that, but then quick fill it. No, we don't want to temporarily remove anything, do we? Because temporarily we won't be able to put it back again if we have a lot of sheep in here. Sheep, are you going to fall down? Come on, sheep. If I stand back here, will you come? Sheep? Yes? No? Yes! There we go. We got one sheep in. Alright. That's good. Now he's not going to get out. I wonder if I walk up here. Will he walk up here? See what happens. I don't know if he will, but you never know. You going to come up the ladder, sheep? Or have we gone too far away from you? Dumb sheep, come on, up the ladder. Oh, here he comes. He's coming up. Woohoo! We go up. You going to push me up, sheep? Push. Oh, now you're going to pop past. Oh, there you go. Look at that. Well, you going to follow us around? Whoops. Will you? Yes. Ah, this is looking pretty good so far. Well, if I walk around with a piece of wheat, then we'll know that the thing will work. Sheep, come on, sheep. You were doing so well, sheep. Come on. Alright, well I think we're good enough. I'll do another quick circuit, make sure there's no gaps, and try and get some more of these guys in here. Come on, sheep. Up. Come on. Up you come. Whoop. Coming through. Whoop. Sheep. Oh, we got another one. Hey, this guy. Come on, sheep. Slow process. The sheep's pushing me up the ladder. Alright, the sheep are in. They're all good. And I think it's working too. They do slowly move around. It doesn't look like it right now, but they do slowly shift around. If we have a look up the top there, they're slowly going across. Yep. Yeah, now they do seem to bunch up down the bottom of the ladder there. But they do get pushed up. So basically, and finally they will get pushed up. Something will trigger them to push them up, and then that whole bunch will go up the ladder, up the top, and basically just explode outwards. I'm hoping we can see it, but yeah. So they're all in place. All the sheep I've cleaned up down the bottom here. The plan next though is we've got to. Oh, he snuck through. There you go. One snuck through. Oh, he's going back down again. So yeah, it is working, even though they do bunch up a bit occasionally down the bottom of the ladder there. They do eventually get taken all the way up. So yeah, they're not evenly spread, but it is working. So next up, we're going to do a little bit of redstone. So for our little AFK point down the bottom there, we've got to put in a system that will deliver us shears. So if we're standing there and we're clicking away and our shears run out while we're away from the computer, then we automatically get some new shears from a dispenser. So we're going to do that now. Are you guys going to go up? I wanted to record these guys going up. Oh, there they go. There they go. Watch when they reach the top there. Oh, that's hilarious. Fortunately, it doesn't look like they take damage though, so that's the main thing. Even though they get launched out like that, they're not taking damage, and then they slowly work down again. That looks funny. Yeah, yeah. I wonder if we can make use of that for some kind of sheep cannon or something. Very nice. Okay, so we're around the back here. Now I've put in place a hopper clock here. We've seen these before a couple of times. Basically, it gives us a redstone signal every now and then. So we'll use that signal to then fire this dispenser and shoot out some shears. So if we're standing up here shearing away while we're away from the computer, AFK stands for absent from keyboard. So basically we just hold down our mouse button and you can walk away from your computer and just keep shearing away. And then so if our shears break, then these will shoot out some more shears into our inventory so we can keep shearing even though we're not actually here. We'll look more into this shortly. I've moved the hoppers around here so they go underneath that block and into here for the wool, and removed these hoppers here that we had. So we basically want to put a hopper here like so that we stand on this, so that if we haven't worn out our shears yet, then they will drop into this hopper and go back into the system and go back into the dispenser here. So that's the plan. Now to do that, we need to do a sort of a loop around and go back up into there, but hoppers can't go up because we need them to sort of go across, up, and then back in there. So how are we going to do that? Well, here's where a dropper comes into play. We're going to need to basically, roughly, get a, what if we put a dropper there? We might need a couple actually, I might need to make some more. But basically we use, the hoppers will go in, feed into the dropper, and then it'll shoot up into, we'll put another dropper on top of it, and then a hopper here like that. So we'll put another dropper there, and then that can then feed back into the dispenser. But we need to actually trigger these. These won't actually shoot out the shears into the one above it without a redstone signal. So we'll also use this signal to click on the dispenser, the dropper, and then go up. So let me get that set up. Okay, here we go. So we stand on the hopper there, it feeds into a dropper there that's pointing up into this dropper there, which is pointing up into the dispenser. And so if we put the redstone through and power this dropper, so that block is then powered, so as well as triggering that, it'll also trigger the dropper below it and the dispenser above it, just like that. So if we let's do a little test. Let's put in, let's say we'll put a dirt in the bottom, stone in the middle, and in the top some diorite. There we go. So we've got those three different ones, and then if we just power, hopefully they'll all move along. The diorite gets clicked out, the stone's now in the dispenser, and the dirt has the dropper, which was in the second one, and then the diorite should be back here. Just like that. Nice and simple. It's actually some fairly basic redstone there. So if we started off our hopper clock, so the amount of items we put into the hoppers determines how often the hopper goes across the pistons, like that, and then like that, and then click, click, click. and so on, and so on, like that. Alright, so we've got the basics in place there, I think. Yeah, yeah. Not sure that there's much else we need to do. Certainly that's the redstone, the extent we need. We could make it so that... No, we won't do that. Never mind. I'm babbling on. We could make it more complex, but we won't make it more complex. We'll keep it simple. So to actually AFK, you just come in, you just drop off all your items like this, get everything into these chests here. You don't strictly have to do this, but it's probably safest just in case a creeper or something decided to come along. Then we just get some cobblestone and fill in every slot except one. Then we'll put in some shears there. We'll just make some more shears as well and fill in the dispensers and the hoppers with some more shears like that. We do want to fill them up completely, I think. Just haven't got enough iron on me at the moment. So get rid of that other junk there. And then so fill in all the slots except one, so that basically we have shears. Get a pair like so. Then we'll turn this on, get rid of that button, that doesn't need to be there. Oh, I forgot the redstone. One piece of redstone. Oop. Like so. Put you there. Oop, something's clicked already, because then we'll start the hopper clock. And then just stand here, and then we can just hold down the button. So I'm holding down the button, and every time the sheep walk past, they get sheared like that. So I could just leave a book sitting on the mouse button and just walk away, or I could do the F11 trick, which we'll talk about more in a bit. So just hold down these and the sheep walk past. The wool's all going to the hoppers. I hope it's going into the hoppers. We'll have a check in a sec. And so then if these wear out and I'm not here, then our little system then will shoot the shears to us, and because all of our inventory slots are full, it'll just fall through to the hopper below us there underneath. But if we use up our shears, then the new pair of shears will go into our hand. Ooh, simple. Oh, I didn't get that sheep. He's probably stuck inside another sheep or something. Oh, and look at that, we've got a bit of wool sitting there. Alright, we might need to put another hopper on that one there. Oh, that's going to be fun trying to get in without the sheep just falling in and getting out. Ooh, that could be fun. Whoops. Maybe if I aim across the middle a bit like that. I'm holding down the button and not shearing that guy. Interesting. Maybe they're bunching up or something there. Keep moving, sheep. Looks like there's another little bottleneck there. Oop, there they go. Yeah, alright, so that's the whole process. That's how we AFK to get our wool. There's actually a couple of piles there that haven't... bummer. Alright, I might have to try and somehow stop the sheep and get another hopper in place there. But apart from that, we have got some... Oh, look at that, we've got 40 already, and that's just from that little test. That's great. Okay, I got a fence in there and was able to stop the sheep enough to put in another hopper there. So yeah, now I've got to try and get that fence out. That might be tricky. If they've all bunched up onto the fence, am I actually going to be able to reach it? Oh yes, good. There, oop. Let's see. Yep. Look at that bunch. These are all going to go exploding, aren't they, when I break this fence? Woohoo! Ah dear, that's funny. I think that's the new collision mechanics that they've got in the snapshot here for between entities. I'm not sure if that used to do that, but it's funny. Now at this stage we've just got white sheep, so if we want plenty of white wool we're good to go, but if we want other colours we're going to have to dye the sheep. That's just generally the best way to go, so that we get more wool that way rather than having to dye every single piece of wool. So we're going to put a little supply here somewhere, maybe just above this chest. We'll make another set of chests, and make one chest. I've only got enough wood for one chest at the moment, and then put in plenty of dye supplies here. Now I've also got some more bones for more white, more bone meal, but I've got the 4 double-sized plants here, because we'll plant them just in here as well somewhere. We're going to have to clean this place up, but soon. If we put a little spot for them, maybe here, just like so. Bit of dirt, and then you, and you. Grab a little bit of bone meal just to test things out. So, and pick those guys up. So then if we ever need more yellow, more pink, more magenta, or more red, we've got these guys nice and handy, ready to go. And then some other colours up here, hopefully enough for whatever particular project we have in mind. If we need lots of dye, then it's here ready to go and we can just dye the sheep. So if we just dye one, I wonder how long it takes for them to get around. I did notice before that when we were shearing them, doing our little test earlier, by the time they came all the way around again, quite a few of them hadn't regrown their wool yet. So I don't think that matters too much. If they keep looping around fairly quickly, then that shouldn't be too much of a problem. But we have run out of time today. So next episode we will finish this off. Basically we just got to polish it off, make it look reasonably nice. So I don't think that'll take us the whole episode next episode. So we'll do that. In between episodes I will probably do some AFKing here and get us some wool as a big batch of sheep goes up all the way up to the top there, and also between episodes I'll clean up the sheep behind us, the little test setup I had behind us there. Well, they're exploding too. Might just keep a couple of those sheep just for any breeding we want to do for whatever reason down the track, because we can't really breed the ones in our little sheep farm, ant farm here, because the babies just run out in the gaps there. So yeah. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Yeah. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next one.